Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. Hey, if you're new here or you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up as you're listening today. And if you'd like to join our Facebook group, it is called Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. I always encourage people to join us over there as it is a very positive atmosphere, a great place to learn about reselling and connect with other resellers. Today is Monday, January 16th. It is Martin Luther King Day, so there was no shipping today. Hopefully nobody went to the post office. I do try to get you guys notices ahead of time in the Facebook group when we don't have shipping. But it is a Monday, so that means, guys, it's time for What Sold on eBay. Just like every week, we're going to start out with the plush that I sold, and then we're going to take a look at some of our bread and butter items and some of our BOLO items, things that you should be looking for when you're outsourcing. I only selected out a few this week, so I don't keep you all day or keep you too long on the video. I always find that on days when we don't have shipping, we tend to be a little more aggressive with our office day and get a lot more listing done and just back end work. So I encourage you guys to do the same. Take advantage of that extra time and get ahead of yourself. Do some extra listings or photos and have that bank ready for the rest of the week. All right, we're going to start with the Pillow Pets Pee-wee's puppy dog. This came in a lot, so he was about $1. Bread and butter, I wouldn't pay more than $1 for these. I would pick them up when I found them in the wild. I would absolutely suggest getting them, especially if you find animals that aren't, just run-of-the-mill dogs and cats. They do have more exotic animals and farm animals. These are like the pillow pets. They are the pillow pets is what I meant to say. They're like pillows. So, these were popular at one time. They still do pretty good. The dog sold for $13.12, and he did ship first class. Next up, we have a Great Horned Owl by Wild Republic. I do love the Wild Republic. Plush, it is also known as K&M International, as you can see on the tag here. K&M International will sometimes have tags without the Wild Republic. They typically make realistic looking animals, like this owl, who sold for the best offer of $11.30, and our cost for him was around 50 cents. We have a Build-A-Bear chick here, a 15-inch baby chicken, and I could have used keyword like Easter in here too. I have spring. I do like to use Easter on chickens. This chicken or chick was free to me. He came to me in a lot. I had purchased a whole lot of clothes from someone and they gave me some free animals with it. He sold for a best offer of $12 and shipped first class. Those were the 3 plush that we sold on eBay last week. Now we're going to get into the clothing and other items. Free People jegging jeans. You can see here that we are running a 30% off sale right now to try to encourage people to purchase our items and get more volume. We know how the economy is right now, and sales were kind of slow. They have really picked up. Technically, it's not a 30% off of the price. So we're not taking a hit here. If you're not familiar with how Keith and I run the store, real quick, I'll go through it. We price all of our items on the higher end of the comps, like mid to high. And then we add 25% to that for our starting price on eBay. Then we typically run a 20% off sale around the clock that encourages buyers to shop. People love to see a sale. Also, allegedly, if your items are on sale, you get a boost in the searches and stuff. So, for instance, American Eagle jeans, I want $19.99 for. I would list at $24.99 and then run a 20% sale. We have sales on in our store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but we have them starting and stopping every 2 to 3 days because you don't want them on indefinitely. You do want an end time. That also gives buyers it creates urgency for them to shop. If they saw something was on sale indefinitely or for weeks, they might say, oh, I'll come back later. If they see that the sale ends tomorrow, or in 2 days or in a couple hours, it creates an urgency for them to purchase it before it goes off of the sale. So we do have them starting and stopping like every 2 to 3 days, but our store is always on sale, at least minimum 20%. On the weekends, we'll typically run 25%, which will actually mark it down a little bit. And now we're doing a 30% off. So for instance, these Free People jeans, you can see the starting price was $37.49, which would have put them at $29.99 normally. And the 30% put them down to $26.24. I did take a best offer even on top of that at $22.99. These jeans cost me like 99 cents, maybe $2. I can't remember if these were 99 cents or a half off at Salvation Army. These are recent. I just found these at Salvation Army very recently, but you got to do what you got to do. So I encourage people not to race to the bottom because that's never what you want to do. But if you need to increase your sales or get more sales or increase the volume on older stale items, or just you're not selling enough, sales are slow, don't race to the bottom. Don't lower your prices. Just run sales and do offers, and you can increase the amount of sales you're getting that way without trashing the entire market or the worth of a brand. Next up, we have Tommy Bahama polo shirt. This sold for $15.99 on sale, 20% off. So that was what we actually wanted for it. So the Tommy Bahamas that are button front graphic Hawaiian shirts, really loud or bigger sizes, you can still get 25 and 30 for this. These plain polo shirts, 16 to 18 pretty much. This is a medium, so it's on the lower end at 16. We paid 99 cents for it. They did ship first class. And these jeans, I believe, were also first class. Yeah, because they were smaller. All right, next up, we sold a video game. This was free to us. We did get a whole box full of video games at one point at no cost to us. And so we just, even the poopy lower end ones we listed because there was no cost of goods. So every video game went up. This one sold for $8.74. It is an Xbox 360 game. And we ship these first class in bubble mailers the same way we do our remotes. This is a scrub top that we recently sourced for 99 cents. And it sold within like 3 or 4 days of being listed. This is why I like scrub tops. This sold for $12.24. Our cost was 99 cents. It sold in a couple of days. So that's a pretty good fast return on your investment. And profit was, right around $8 or $9. So we 8 times our money. And it's cute. Keith listed this one, so he didn't do what I normally do, but what I would normally do if it had animals on it like this, I would have put vet or veterinarian in the title. This could also be like a peds nurse or pediatrician scrub top. But I always like to put keywords in the title of scrub tops that are going to match the profession. So if there's animals, I will try to put vet tech, veterinarian. If it's kidsy or cartoony, I could put peds or pediatrician. Obviously if it has toothpaste, you could put dental assistant or whatever. Next up are these Fuji kimono pants. I showed these in a haul video that I had found these in with the scrub pants. And I only paid like 99 cents for these. And the thrift store had them in with the scrub pants because I don't think they even knew what they had. Turns out they're martial arts pants, guys. And so I did let them go for a best offer of $22. I priced them at $30 to start. And then they went on our 30% off to $26.24. And I took the best offer of $22. I priced them really high just to see what would happen because I've never really had martial arts pants before. And when I comped them, they were anywhere from 20 to 30. So I'll take the 22. I believe they had to ship in a flat rate. Yes, priority mail flat rate because they were heavier. But that was a nice find, just hanging out in the scrub pants, 99 cents. And they took less than a week to sell once I got them up and listed. Next up, we have one of my favorite brands of jeans, Democracy. This is the ab technology. They have another line called Absolution. Both are slimming. Slimming jeans always do well. These sold for $26.24. My cost was 99 cents, and it did ship in a flat rate envelope. Robert Graham button front shirt. So this and a purple one were sent to me from a new friend I made when I went to Boston. And thank you again for sending these to us just as a gift. So there was no cost on this. It was a $40 shirt. On our 30% off sale, it was marked at $34.99. So I did take a best offer of $30 because, again, sales are slow. It is okay to run sales and take offers and maybe sell items for a little less than you normally would just to get the ball rolling, because you want to have sales. You want to be making profits. You need to pay your bills. And when you start making those sales, your activity picks up in your store. The more you sell, right? An active store is a happy store. And that active store doesn't always just mean listing. You got to have a sell-through rate. You got to have items moving. You got to be selling stuff. So the algorithm thinks your store has items that are desirable, that people are buying. So you have to keep things moving. It is absolutely okay to run sales. You can do offers. You can take less than you normally would if you need to. Just don't lower the actual price. I cannot stress that enough. This is the second time in this video, but I did warn you guys I'm going to get pretty aggressive here in the next couple of videos in the next couple of weeks about that race to the bottom. There's no need. You can clearance items out. If you have stuff that's been sitting for a couple of years, run a 50% off sale. If you have, for whatever reason, let's say you have a Robert Graham that's been sitting for 2 years. Maybe it's a size small. Maybe it's plain and has no graphics. Maybe it's not linen or something desirable like that, and you want to get rid of it. Well, these plain Robert Graham shirts, 35 to 40 is pretty much what they should be listed at. So don't go in and lower yours to 20 to get rid of it, because a new seller is going to come in and comp Robert Graham shirts. They're going to see that you have yours listed for 20, and they're going to think that's what they're worth. And before you know it, everyone that's comping them are now listing them at 20. And that is how that race to the bottom just wrecks entire brands. So keep yours listed for 40 or 35 and then run the 50% off sale just to get rid of old stale inventory. So it is, I'm not saying you can't ever run sales and do offers and take less, because your mentality is this has been sitting around forever. My cost of goods wasn't that much. My sales are really low. That's fine. And actually, I think that will get you more sales than just lowering your prices because of the perceived value of an item. If someone sees that you have a Robert Graham listed for $20, they're probably going to wonder, why is it listed so low? What the heck is wrong with it? And skip right over yours and buy the next guy's at 35 or 40. If yours is at 40 and you're running a 50% off sale, that's exciting. It creates that urgency. It's a sale. Buyers love sales. Now they're not wondering what's wrong with yours. They're just thinking, oh, hey, this person's running a 50% off sale. I'll go buy theirs. Also, guys, I know Robert Graham is usually sells for a lot more than this. That's something else I want to talk about real briefly. The Robert Grahams have the big, bold graphics and the huge pictures on them. Those are the ones that are worth a lot of money. The brand is still valuable if it's a plain shirt, but you're going to get 35 or 40 for it, or less if you want to take a best offer or run a sale. So if you see Robert Graham in the wild and you remember Star said these are worth a lot of money, they are if they have the big prints or the flip cuffs, but I always source them no matter what. In fact, I kept using Robert Graham as an example in my speech that I did in Boston at eBay Open, which is why these were sent to me, because I talk about them so much. All right, guys, we got 2 more items to show you, and then we'll let you go. Go be productive today. We had extra time because we didn't have to ship, so let's all get some work done. Bread and butter remote right here, Toshiba. The TV VCR remote controls, pretty much any brand, are going to sell for $15 to $25, depending on which model you have and which brand. So if you find these in the wild, church sales, garage sales, whatever, for 50 cents, $1, pick them up. Of course, we get ours at 20 20 cents a pound, 25 cents a pound from some of our folks, our sources that we buy from. But I just wanted to show you this one because if you can get it for 50 cents, they do sell all day long at good bread and butter prices. And we have a Bolo remote here. Audio remotes, you guys, typically do comp for a lot more than your TV and VCR remotes. This is a CD remote or an audio remote control. It is an older model and it's not saturated. It sold for $61.24. A remote that we paid pennies for sold for $61.24. This is why I like buying remotes in bulk, paying 20 cents a pound, because you're going to get hundreds of the $12 ones, $15 ones, and $18 ones, and they're all going to make you a profit anyway. And then you find gems like this in every single bulk purchase. But if you ever see in the wild audio remotes, CD remotes, comp them at least. If you're not going to snatch them up, if they're cheap enough, comp it, because a lot of them will comp for a lot of money. All right, guys, that is all I wanted to show you this week, and I really wanted to stress not racing to the bottom, keeping things at their value, keeping brands worth what they're worth. Running a sale is fine. Trashing a brand is not, right? And there is a difference. All right, guys, go be productive. Go make some money. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. I do answer everybody. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.